there's some rumors around the Timberwolves and the Lakers about making a deal for Kyle Kuzma and Robert Covington, and some other fillers in there will be Jared Dudley, Quinn Cook. They got a rookie, Talen, Horton, and a first-round draft pick that will go to Minnesota for Robert Covington. But let's talk a little bit about it. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I'll put an article link in there proving the rumor to be true, and it's just a rumor. And I put another article in there from a Minnesota newspaper, wherever outlet, saying that they don't want Kyle Kuzma because of his inconsistent shooting. Wouldn't go with Andrew Wiggins' inconsistent shooting. Now, people might say, why would the Lakers have interest in Robert Covington? He do have a friendly contract at $11.3 million. Obviously, Kuzma making around $2 million. Quinn Cook not making really that much. Jared Dudley probably making the veterans minimum. Horton probably making the veterans minimum. A rookie that I never heard of. So Covington can defend. All right, and I didn't know the Lakers still had a 2020 first-round draft pick, and I don't know why they're trying to get that up. If they don't win this year, then it could be over with. But Covington is a good 3-and-D guy. Nothing to write home about, in my opinion. But good 3-and-D guy. Frank Vogel don't like Kyle Kuzma. All right, Kyle Kuzma probably ain't been able to give his best effort due to the foot injury, and he had another injury this year. He suffered the injury with the Team USA. But I think it's hard to adjust when you come off an injury, and it's hard to adjust to Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma and LeBron played well off each other last year. I mean, Kyle Kuzma was aggressive. He was the only rookie, he was the only baby Laker last year that really was going. He's pushing LeBron. He got the mentality. He mean, and he may be a tad immature, you know what I'm saying? But, he out there going hard, you know what I'm saying, last year. But whatever reason, Frank Vogel don't really like his effort on the defensive end. He a defensive hard-nosed coach. And, and Kuzma probably hasn't accepted the role of being the sixth man off the bench, and staggering his minutes with LeBron and AD and stuff of that nature. So they looking for somebody that fit with LeBron. LeBron don't need a dude that need the ball in his hand, need to create his own shot. Kuzma can, stand in the corner. He can spot up. He can do those things, you know what I'm saying? But that's not his priority. That's not what he's trying to do. That's not his game. His game. Kuzma like to put the ball in the bucket. Kuzma a bucket getter. He can score. He can spot up. He can get it off the dribble. He can get his own shot. And with LeBron really don't need guys that can create their own shot. LeBron like to set dudes up. You know what I'm saying? And Covington is a guy that can sit at the 3-point line and he can hit his open shots. And right now the Lakers, they got a lot of inconsistent shooters. Bradley is an inconsistent shooter. I remember he was here in Detroit. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he was here in Detroit. He an inconsistent 3-point shooter. Say what you want to say about Danny Green. He another streaky, inconsistent 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis, good player. LeBron, good player. Rajon Rondo, improving 3-point shooter, but he inconsistent. So Covington will get him a knockdown shooter. He will be like that Kyle Korver, but he can slash, he more athletic, and he can defend. He's a great defender out there on the wing. He can defend some fours, and that's what he brings to the table. He a 3-and-D guy. He go well with LeBron. Like James Posey went with that Miami team that won the championship, and he kind of like they dirty dude. He do the dirty work, and he can spot up and shoot it. He can get to the bucket a little bit. And Kuzma just got more to offer, offensively, but defensively, they need somebody that can go out there and lock up on the perimeter and shoot it. They need more guys like Green, more guys like Pope, more guys like Bradley. They want those 3-and-D guys around LeBron James. And Kyle Kuzma is a guy that I wouldn't trade him, to be honest. He too young and too good, but he don't fit the program. So, they want to continue to get rid of all their young assets. And if they don't win a championship with LeBron and Anthony Davis, this team going to really be predicated on who can they get in free agency down the line. But, for Minnesota, the paper said they don't want him. Obviously, you put Kuzma, Wiggins, and Karl Anthony Towns. But what would Kuzma bring to Minnesota is he would bring He would bring a nasty attitude there. He would bring a toughness there. He from Flint. You know what I'm saying? He would bring a toughness. And Wiggins right now and Karl Anthony Towns, he trying to show some toughness, but he would bring a legit mean streak. He would bring that Mamba mentality to Minnesota, and maybe he can light a fire under there. But once again, you got 3 immature guys there, and that's why Jimmy Butler didn't funk sway there. They got, just immature, don't want to work hard, don't want to bust their ass, and they think it's a game. So that's the poison of it going to Minnesota. Not just the inconsistency of these 2 young players. Because Cat is consistent. Cat gonna put up numbers all night. Early this year, I thought he was an MVP candidate, and before the injury, But inconsistency, man, young and dumb, and that would probably just be adding to the death serum of Minnesota. They need more veteran leadership there, if anything. And unfortunately, they couldn't keep Jimmy Butler because he didn't like the way how soft and how inconsistent and how lax, Wiggins and Karl Anthony was, and he didn't like that shit in Philadelphia. But from a talent standpoint, if you can get a coach there that can help them mature and help them find and light that fire under them, then it may work. But for the Lakers, I get why they want to do it. But Kuzma's he a bargain player, And if Frank Vogel can't get Kuzma to work, maybe we can get somebody in there that can get the job done from a head coaching standpoint. Because Kuzma too good. And if Kuzma don't want to buy in off the bench, you got to find a way to make it work. You got to find a way to make it work. If LeBron ain't defending, basically they want LeBron to defend the easiest player on the court, and they want everybody else to play fucking defense. That's what it is. And Kuzma, he ain't the greatest defender yet. It'll come, So they want to get a guy in there that can take all the tough wings out. So on Christmas, you see Anthony Davis guarding Kawhi a little bit and all that. They want a guy to take on the Kawhi Leonards of the world, to do what LeBron should be out there doing. You know what I'm saying? And he older. Maybe they feel like he can't do it. But he ain't. When he was younger, a lot of times he wasn't willing to do it neither. That just ain't his makeup. So they want to do it to go out there and defend the wings. I just keep it real. They want the dudes to go out there and defend the Giannis's, and then they want the dudes to go out there and defend the Kawhi Leonards of the world, so LeBron can sit there on the Eric Bledsoes of the world, or LeBron can sit on the Patrick Beverleys of the world. He can rest defensively and then offensively, he can get the credit and feed AD and then dish it out to them for the 3-pointer. That's what this big deal come down to. Ain't no sugarcoating it. That's what the deal come down to, and that's just the reality of it. Robert Covington is brought here because he can shoot and he can defend at a high clip. And Kuzma can't. Kuzma he's just not a spot up shooter. Kuzma can put it on the ground. Kuzma can get his own bucket. Kuzma not a robot. Kuzma is a good player. And down the line, if the LeBron thing don't work, or when it's over with LeBron, and if Kuzma goes somewhere else and he flourishes into an all-star, they gonna feel sick. They had this dude for $2 million. He making $2 million. If Frank Vogel can't find a way to make him work on the court. Golden State found a way to make all them 5 dudes work, but it's different. Because LeBron want to hold the ball. He don't want nobody to really work the ball out and get it. With Anthony Davis, you just give it to him on the block. Give it to him on the elbow, and he can make something happen. Or you can dish it and lob it to him and all that shit. See, Kuzma want to be able to have the ball, create for himself and get to the bucket. No, they want LeBron to create everything. All the onus to go and be on LeBron. And when he dish it to you, shoot the ball. And that's Covington do it better. And he can defend better than Kuzma at this point in his career. That's what it boiled down to. They putting all their chips on LeBron. If they don't bring the Baker home this year, they ain't going to win no ship there. They ain't going to win no ship there. They want somebody to come do the dirty work for LeBron. And that's the God honest truth, man. But at the end of the day, they stupid enough to trade Kuzma. A lot of teams take Kuzma, man. Kuzma, a good player, but that's a sign of a coach, a good coach, or a great coach. Frank Vogel ain't no good coach, man. I'm telling you. But we'll see what happens, man. Let me know what you guys think. I'll link a couple articles in the description to prove it to be factual, the rumor. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Let me know what you guys think about this possible trade, Kuzma to Minnesota. And appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Check out NBA playlist, NBA Talk. We gone.